Hello there everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joesephyr and welcome to another covered video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Now today I'm not doing any grand pulls. I'm not actually going to be touching this banner with anything but my daily pulls because I pitied in the last banner and I know I want Galoof and I know I want Tifa and I'm probably going to have to resort to tickets to try and get Galoof. So Lord knows I ain't going to be spending anything here. But before we get started, of course, I do shout out one of my patrons over on Patreon every time I release a new video. And today that person is going to be Sir Will, who has actually one of my favourite characters on their title card, which is Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. I actually legit love the Tales franchise, so I love showcasing anything to do with that. But of course, if you would like a title card featured at the end of all of my videos, as well as being shouted out, various other benefits such as voice chats we all do together, behind the scenes footage, and being a part of Would You Pull for my Dissidia videos, then perhaps you would like to consider becoming a patron yourself. And a massive thank you goes out to anyone that does. It literally keeps me going, and it allows me to do everything, the amount, like all of my videos and streams at the amount at which I'm able to do them. So thank you very much in advance. Anyways, let's just do a single ticket draw. That looks about right. And with that, we're going to move on to Lufenia. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in just a second. Hi there YouTube, welcome back. I'm just about to tackle the Lufenia mission, and I am being an absolute basic bitch and using a zero turn strategy here because I don't want to use Edward. I don't want to pull for Palom. I'm going to make the most of the Yang that it took me ages to get, and I'm going to use it this way. So we're taking Garland with his BT with a Garland Friends unit, Yang and Terra, and we're just going to go in. Yang is carrying Cater Call because it's actually very, very good with this particular situation because it enchants Yang with Ice, which means that that will deal with the Lufenia Orb as well as anything else will. Now, if I can get away with just using regular turns for as long as I can, then I will do. But the Friend Garland BT will come in quite quickly, or I could even, if I wanted to, use the Garland pull and just go straight in. Luckily, I also have Onion Knight in case of emergencies, and I also have access to Shiva. So let's just go in. I can't see how this will go badly, to be honest. Oh, lovely. We'll get that on the case straight away. So we'll go in with... Will Magic Meteor put me in the same place? No, it won't. So we'll have to go Meltdown first. And then we could do Boro Strike. Or I could just go straight in. Or if I can push them below with the Garland Friend and then go... I think that might be the better way to do it. Go Garland Friend and then use the Garland, my own Garland Burst, and just delay them to heck and back, and then I'll be able to go in with it after the 80% goes off because I have Onion Knight in a pinch. So yeah, I'm going to do it that way. So Ultimate Conflict. Just going to go straight in. Because I want to make sure that Garland's Burst effect is available for when Yang comes back. So, Bind of Chaos. Because with two Garlands, it's just going to be the way to go about it. Terra in Yang will be the way to go about doing it, if you're going to do it. And then Magic Meteor, which should push me up so that I can use Onion Knight's regular call if I need to push somebody up. Well, that damage wasn't great. Interesting. Let's see how this goes. Round edge. Then, ooh. I could Sword and Sorcery here, actually, because it'll get me to push their turns back as well. Because my concern is pushing them past that initial stage, and then I can use Yang in that last portion just to push everything back up again. So I think what I will do is I'll do that. So let's Sword and Sorcery. Put my Garland first. No, that puts my turns right back up, and then I can use Meltdown should be fine here. Oh no, it's regular Meltdown. Ooh, should have paid attention to that. So at which point I'll just use Round Edge again. Bind to Chaos, because there's no reason to use anything else here. Because if I need to use Garland's Burst before this runs out, it's actually fine. Because if I save it until after my friend Garland is about to leave, then I'll still be able to carry it over into when Yang comes back, and I'll have that massive delay on the case. So this should actually work out quite nicely without me having to use Terra. Where does Meteor leave me? Oh, it's the same either way. So in which case, I think well, we'll go Meltdown again. And then if I Round Edge again here, on the next turn, I'll use my Garland's Burst. Because then that's going to push them over the 79% range. Over the 79% range, sorry. So that should work out. Thwarp has been redeemed in the chat, so I will... In fact, I'm happy to Thwarp as much as I need to at this point, because it's too damn hot in here. Riot Blade is good, like I could do with that. And then at this point... I'm going to go Sage Fire into Burst. Get that damage up. So we'll Bind of Chaos, because there's no reason not to. Big damage. See, this is the thing, is that I have my friend unit's Garland effect, or my friend Garland's Burst effect up during my Garland's Burst, and then by the time he leaves, I'll be able to take advantage of it. So yeah, so that's now sorted, so we can Round Edge and just get the delays off where we need to. And then that's that dealt with. And then I'll be able to use Yang with Call for the second half, so from 50% down, and then I'll be able to just butcher them. So might as well use Disaster of Chaos here on A, because then that's one that can be pushed back further, because you can just see B's turn on far right hand there. There's just something about Garland's EX that just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It just is. And perfect, we'll Solar Chaos over here as well, and then that will give me my Garland's Burst effect. And then Ultimate Conflict. Perfect. Nearly 2 mil. I'll take it. I'll take it. So now, obviously this isn't going to override my one, but that's okay. I'm actually not going to launch straight away. I'm going to launch using my Terra. Because then hopefully, because I think Garland will get a bit of damage or bravery back. Oh no, he won't. I'm lying. What am I talking about? Talking out of my backside. So if I want to wait, yeah, Magic Meteor, because I want Yang to come back. Brave attack. Sad. It's sad that I lose out on that, but whatever. It's not a big deal. And then, so now I get to come back. So I don't need to use... yeah, I don't need to use the triple slip just yet, so I'm just going to use a Boro Strike. Until I'm close to the 50% mark, there's no reason for me to do this just yet. Because I'm still enchanted with the fire as well, which is quite nice. Disaster of Chaos. Yeah, that's fine. Do that. See that damage? It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy. It does. He loves it. And then I'm going to use Meteor again, because then the next turn... Oh, no, I don't even need to do it right now. I don't actually have to. So, in fact, I'm actually going to use... Well, I've got 18 turns. No, I'm just going to use... Meteor. So Yang's turning out the damage. He's doing very well. Where does Kick leave me? Where does Focus leave me? Exactly the same place. So we'll Focus, make sure that's charged up ready. And Garland's burst effect is up for ages, so that's fine. Soul of Chaos just to start getting this one down. Now this next turn is when I'm going to need to start using stuff, because I'm going to push them down below 50%. And I also want to make sure I have access to... I still have the burst effect up, so that's important. But Riot Blade here is actually really good, because I can use that, keep the Esper Blood buff up, and then this turn it's going to be triple slip into Oboro Strike again. So we triple slip, Ice Enchant. And we Oboro Strike. Because they'll be weak to it. And the weakness damage is still there from Stage Fire as well. Soul of Chaos. And then we start Terra spamming. Everyone's got very quiet all of a sudden. Don't need to set magic boost up. I mean, I could. Nah, there's no reason to. It's fine. Because at this point, Yang is going to do all the work. Yang is going to do... We're just enthralled, bless you. Like, Yang is going to do all the work from this point. All the pro lurkers popping up. Because Yang is enchanted for ice, that Lufenia orb is no longer an issue. Like, I have Shiva because it keeps me safe. I was going to pick Diablos, but my chat quite rightly told me that, like, you have to take damage first, and I wasn't planning on doing that. So, no, it's fine. Everybody's quiet. As long as everyone's enjoying watching, that's all I care about. So, Meteor. Meteor. So look, the Lufenia orb's not ticking down. Though Terra's damage does drop a little bit at this point, which is a little bit sad. I'm actually going to Riot Blade, because I think it'll deal slightly more damage across the board. Slightly. And then, of course, we just Chaos Wave again. If they have the red aura up, they will one-shot one of your party members if they get a turn. But I'm not planning on allowing that to happen. So... That's a bit better, Terra. yeah, you just don't let them act. If you have access to Edward, obviously, like, you can use Lullaby, but I didn't feel the need to do that, so. Just Meteor again. Yeah, as long as they have an aura up, you don't want them to have that. That's bad. Chaos Wave again. Well, my Terra Blesser isn't doing the most damage. For some bizarre reason. Because I did check my artifacts. Well, no, actually, no. My artifacts are fairly not great for a Terra. That might be what it is. But I mean, you've all seen that. Oh, yeah, and the Note Jack call as well. That's true. Yeah, because I went for Ignis for HP damage instead. Magic Meteor. Oh, also, I haven't Meltdowned in a while. Because that gives her an attack buff, doesn't it? I just realised. Unless she's still got it. Oh no, she still has it. Ignore me. But I'm going to melt down anyway. Yeah, no, absolutely. The launch teams definitely work. They definitely work well. No, you're right. Yeah. No, Meteor is the attack one, isn't it? I mean, they're not going to get a turn. They're just not going to get one. It will be fine. So, Meteor again. Oh, actually, I should have Riot Bladed, because this is going to do less damage. It's because the Esper Blade buff has run out. Wind is at its strongest. So if I use Riot Blade, can I get away with... Not really, because I'll just run out of stuff. So let's just Chaos Wave again and go in. I'll use Riot Blade first, just because it'll let me do a bit more damage. Because that's run out. Calmed down. Wind is at its strongest. Riot Blade. This should help me do a little bit more damage. And the fact that their red aura, I think, increases their defenses as well. So, Meteor... I mean, we're going to win. It's fine. Like, these are all decent enough turns. My Terra could be doing a bit more damage, but she doesn't have a burst weapon for a start. I'm actually still going to use that. And then we'll Meltdown just to round that off. Because it's quicker as well, so I get more turns out of Yang. Oh, I get a EX from Yang. That's nice. Bit of extra damage. Riot Blade, because it's free. What I don't really want to happen is for Garland to run out of burst effect. Yeah, Disaster Chaos. And the Brave gains have reduced as well at this point as well. So even though I'm still doing good damage, it's still not as bad as it's still not as good as it could be. Though Yang is definitely pulling his weight. So I want to kick and then... Oh, hold on. What are you about to run out of? Oh, Monastic Secrets, of course. So just kick. It's not going to move or anything because you're going next anyway. And then just a Boros Strike again. Little extra. Lovely. I might as well Bind of Chaos, because I haven't got an awful lot else to do. Because my damage is going to drop off once Garland's burst effect falls down. Yeah, Vital Crush is great. Vital Crush is still very valuable. Magic Meltdown. Now this is the last turn I get of Yang being Ice Enchanted, so his damage is going to drop off until, unless of course I summon. Which I probably should, just to keep the turn count as low as possible. And that's my last super strong turn of Yang. So... Meteor? Yeah, no, I've got Ignis on them already. And then I may as well Bind of Chaos again, because there's no reason not to. And then I'll summon and they'll be dead by the time the summon's finished. So it's not the most exciting fight in the world, but this is by far the easiest way to do it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Garland either. Onion Knight works really well. So I'm just going to summon here and use LD. Because by the time this runs out, they'll be dead. Lightning does work, but the turn count can actually be problematic for her, believe it or not. Kurosame is also a choice, yeah? There's actually quite a lot of options as long as you play the keep away game. That's the bit that matters. So I can still deal the good damage as long as, while I've got Shiva up. Oh, it didn't quite kill them. That's annoying. Well, this probably will, so kick. Yeah. Done. It's yeah, not the most exciting video for people, I'm sure. No pulls and a cheese strat. But, hey, if it gets the job done, right? If it gets the job done, then that's what matters. So thank you very much. That's going to be it for today's video. Like, oh no, my arts are still rubbish, so we'll ignore those. And that's going to be that. So thank you very much for watching. If you're here on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications of any future videos I'm going to be making. Next one is going to be all about Tifa. And we all know how much people want her, so that's going to be a little bit more exciting, I'm sure. So thank you all once again, and I will see you soon. Take care, everyone.